Hello, I'm Eric, and today I'm at a school that has a special place in my heart, Waverly Elementary School. Today we're going to spend some time speaking with one of our colleagues who spent the past 25 years feeding our children, lifting them up, and encouraging them inside and outside of the school. Come on, let's go and meet her. I'm here with Liz, the cafeteria manager at Waverly Elementary School. Liz has been one of our colleagues for the past 25 years. Liz, thank you so much for allowing us a little bit of time today with you to learn about what you do, to learn about how you support our students and staff every day. You know, I have to say, I've had the privilege to know you for almost a decade now, and I've seen the work that you do and really appreciate everything you do for our students and staff here at Waverly.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to us a little bit about what did you do before you came to Frederick County Public Schools?
Before Frederick County Public Schools, I was in the restaurant business. And I worked in a restaurant as a worker and worked my way up to be manager of the restaurant.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
So what made you decide to make that transition from a restaurant manager to coming here to Frederick County Public Schools?
The transition was children. I had two sons, they were young. Restaurants hours, a little difficult to work when you're raising kids. And my youngest son was in 3rd grade, and I would go volunteer at his school. And having the food service experience, you know, I'd be over there just helping the teachers out or doing whatever we could to help, my husband and I. And I happened to just, one of the ladies in the cafeteria said, you should apply. You have food service experience, and I did, and it was the best choice I made because I get to work with the children.
So you started off as a volunteer in one of our schools.
Yes.
And that led to 25 years.
25 years later.
Wow,
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
How fortunate it is for us that you did that and that you're still here.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. So can you talk to us a little bit about what you do as cafeteria manager?
I'm in charge of the kitchen, do the food ordering, write the schedules for the ladies or gentlemen that are in the kitchen, doing the prep work, getting, following the menu, getting the lunch ready. For when that first child walks through the lunch line, everything is set. First child through the last child has the opportunity to have the choices, first through last, and making sure they get a nutritious meal for the day.
Right. So Liz, can you talk to us a little bit about what the most satisfying part of your job is?
The most satisfying part is when that child comes through the lunch line to get his or her lunch for the day, knowing that you provided a nutritious meal for a child that may not have that when they leave this building. Knowing that we made a difference and maybe shared a few kind words or lifted them. They were having a rough day at school, and we were the one that could put the smile on their face.
That's wonderful. And that's an important aspect of the work that you do every day. And we know that there's a lot that happens before our students walk through that lunch line. So talk to us a little bit about what the things that go behind what we don't see. What are those aspects of your job that people are not going to see when they're walking through the lunch line?
We are trained. We have, as the manager of the kitchen, MSDE requires I have 20 hours of training. We have done the Safe Schools training this year through the pandemic. And so there's health department regulations with Serve Safe, knowing how to handle the food properly, how to set the food properly, how it's set up so it's safe to serve. There's food ordering. Every day I have a different delivery that I'm in charge of, placing a food order through a vendor, estimating how much of the product I will need, because the delivery guys are just as important bringing the food in here as the girls are setting the food up. There's paperwork at the end of the day. MSDE requires, USDA and MSDE requires paperwork for accountability when everything we serve in the kitchens.
Yeah, so you mentioned MSDE, the Maryland State Department of Education. They have regulations that you have to abide by. And the United States federal government has regulations that you have to abide by.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know how seriously you take your work. I've seen you in action. I had the pleasure of seeing it when I worked here at Waverly. Talk to us a little bit about what keeps a smile on your face, especially when one considers how busy and how much work you all have each day?
I try to stay as upbeat as I can for my team first and foremost. If I'm in a good mood, it's going to put them in a good mood. Everyone gets along in the kitchen. Everything's coming as teamwork. It's all coming together. And then when that first student comes in that lunch line, that's who we're here for. That student is the most important thing for us, from the first to the last. We are here to make sure that child is happy, gets a nutritious meal. That's why we're here.
Liz, you just mentioned your team twice. Talk a little bit about your team and the role that they play in supporting you and the Waverly community.
My team's amazing. They are very supportive. Anything I ask of them, I would not ask anything that I wouldn't do myself, and they know that. So anything I ask of them, they do. They're 100% willing to jump in and cover for me at any time. I have an amazing team. I really do.
That's phenomenal. One of the things we're hearing as we speak to each of our essential workers across FCPS is the importance of a team. No one does the work that they do alone.
Yes, absolutely. We get support from the top, our director, on down to my specialist. Everyone, anything I need, we get.
Well, so that support is not just here in the building,
It's not.
but across the district.
It's not. There's someone sitting making the menus for the day. I mean, she has very strict MSDE guidelines that she has to follow, the dietitian that puts the menus out, the planning she has to do, right? Everyone has an important job in food service. They do.
Anything else you want to share?
I love my job. I've been doing it for 25 years, and it's very rewarding to see children that leave this school to go on to middle and high school, and they'll come in to see their siblings, and they'll come back to say hi. And just to know that I made a difference in a child's life, that I made that difference, just those kind words, or letting them know that we're on their team also, not just the teachers or the administrators, but the nice cafeteria people were back here too, with kindness.
Thank you for sharing that. While spending the morning with Liz, what was evident is her compassion and love for the students who enter Waverly Elementary School. As we delivered breakfast to the classrooms, Liz mentioned how breakfast is the most important meal and how she could not do the work she does without her staff. Liz believes in providing a nutritious meal for every student. She mentioned in conversation that it was not only important to nurture the kids' bellies, but their minds as well. Liz believes that she is part of the student's day, and a little bit of extra care, a kind word, a smile, or simply listening to a child is a vital part of that day. I could not agree more. What Liz does on a daily basis is essential to Frederick County Public Schools. Now, Liz, you said that a former student is now a teacher here at Waverly Elementary School. Was the teacher a student here when you were here?
Yes, she remembers, and what a role model she is to the students.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
FCPS is a wonderful place to work, very supportive. The food nutrition service is very supportive. If you have a little bit of food service training and just want to work a few hours a day and just touch a child's life, just come in and spend a few hours and know that you can make a difference in a child's life. It's well worth it. That's why we're in this. I think everyone in this FCPS, that's why we're here.
I really appreciate you saying that, Liz. FCPS is a wonderful place to work, and we're so fortunate to have colleagues across the system that we can rely on and to support one another. Also appreciate you allowing us some time to come here today to spend time with you. We know how busy you are, and to spend time with your team. Thanks for everything that you do.
Thank you. Thank you. Very, very nice to spend time with you. Thank you.
Just being here with Liz and her team today, I could feel the passion, commitment, and dedication they have for the work they do each and every school day to support our students and our staff here at Waverly Elementary School. I hope you were able to feel that as you're watching from wherever you are. Just think, a team of 4 every day feeds and cares for 550 plus students. And the commitment that they have is the same commitment that our cafeteria managers and their teams have across FCPS. We appreciate everything that they do, and we understand and know that their role is essential. Until next time, take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Be well, everyone.